control side.
There's nothing there. There's nothing
And
there.
if you need Debbie to help you, let her know.
Okay, what are we talking about?
You didn't review? We had like 2 pages of questions that we had to memorize.
Right? You didn't memorize it?
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I'm going to tell how I know you guys. Area. The role model, for real. And humble. I like that. I like how humble you are, Bunny.
Well, it's the truth, because I feel like a joke most of the time. It's imposter syndrome. Like, that's the truth.
So honestly, so many of my followers, there were several. So when they found out that I'm doing my live with you guys, the most question that they were asking, they want to know the story behind both of you success, because I think women, we should empower each other, we should help each other, we should love each other, and we should share the love and pay forward. And I mean, 2 women, they're working together and they're just doing an amazing job. So they really want to know what is your piece of advice for younger nurses, for younger PAs, not necessarily just the folks in medical field, for any women out there that they want to be successful, they want to reach their dreams.
I think...
No. Do you have any men give her alcohol?
I'm sober. I'm fully sober. I've not had anything. I think it's just hard work, because so many people we train so many people across the country, across the world, and they want it right now. Like, they want the Insta fame, they want all the followers, they want all the patients, but then it takes time. Honey and I have talked about this. I started off, I'm not even exaggerating, 1 patient a week, not a day, a week. And I busted my ass to then cultivate it, and I would follow up with all my patients, and I now give every single patient my cell phone. And it works. That's my business model. That's our business model. And I think just hard work, because people want things instant. And if you're an injector, like the OG injectors out there, it is painstakingly, the process is insane. Like, you have to work slow, and you can't expect it overnight. Like, our injectors that came in, they're really lucky because they have a lot of our patients, but it takes a long time. Like, those patients, when I see them, it took me 10 years to get you. They were mine. That's, we share everything, and we even share patients with you and with Wasim, and that's why the DMV is the best place, because we all get along, and that's the secret. We want the best for our patient. We don't care about the money. Well, not, I know.
We all do what we do because it's it's our livelihood. Yeah. But just like you said, like, one, there's enough patients to go around, so this whole sense of competition, I think, is ridiculous, because there's enough patients. But like Erika said, I think working hard, I mean, I'm not very big into social media. I see the value of it. It's so important for businesses, but it took me a while to get there. And I mean, Yalda knew me when I had 2,000 followers, and it took time to build my book. And when I met Yalda, I was already injecting for a few years. So, and just like Erika said, I used to see like 3 patients that were spaced out throughout an 8-hour day, and I just, we worked on commission then, so it wasn't easy, but I think hard work, I just believe that, like, if you want something and you work hard and you believe that it will happen, it will happen. So, and then, sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time, and you're fortunate enough to meet the right people, which I think is important. Meeting the right people definitely propels your career. But I do think that in this area, we're so lucky, because when we train people, I hear a lot of, I don't have anyone in my area, or like when I reach out to an injector, they don't get back to me if I'm having a complication. I would say we're really fortunate in this area not to have that. I don't know, before we got together at Moksha, I would text Erika, she would text me, we'd text Wasim, like, you remember, have a complication, I'd text Wasim or text Erika. And there was never a sense of like, I'm not going to tell you anything.
But you also have to put in the hard work, because that's the other thing. People just expect, I took one training class and here I go. I'm like, no, you have to do the cadaver courses. You have to do the advanced training. You have to do the Patreon or the online stuff. You have to do that, and it takes time, because I think being comfortable. People are like, how long did it take you before you felt comfortable? There's still days where I'm like, oh shit,
I don't know what
I
I'm
don't
doing.
feel great about that. So it takes time, and you have to be patient.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So what's the secret between you guys that you work so great together? Because a lot of women, they think like, oh my God, there's going to be all this cattiness, fights, drama. but you two have proved that women can work together and be successful and kill it together, and that's, I really admire that.
Well, it's smoke and mirrors. This is a comedian. I think we're complete opposites.
Yeah.
Like,
and so opposite attracts.
Yeah.
Perfect example right here.
Yeah.
Because it's phenomenal. You guys, you were friends, and then you guys start training together. And then who proposed to who?
well, I met her through at Wasim's office.
Wasim office,
and
yes.
I walked in the room and I just thought, wow, this woman does not like me.
And I was like, oh my God, that's Botox Bunny.
That's Botox Bunny. I know. That's how everybody feels.
And then we just kind of met and things like synergy happened and we both wanted the same things, but I'm very social media patient driven.
Yeah.
And Honey's more like the business mind and I get very nervous like when you talk to a laser rep.
Yeah.
That makes me so nervous to talk about money and how much things cost. Like it just makes me want to barf. So Honey is very good at that. So kind of working in that way, and she hates social media, and I really believe in, you know, bigger the better. And the more you have together, like then the better our outcome will be. And we both are moms, so we don't want to be working 24/7. We want to be home with our babies. So
Yeah, I would agree. I think that we are very different, but we have a lot of similarities in like our work ethic. Like I think business partners sometimes get into things when, you know, one partner is doing something and the other partner maybe isn't pulling their weight. I think Erika and I, we both know that we work hard. Like I would never doubt for even a second that like Erika's going to put in what I put in. So that I think really helps with any business partnership. As far as like female, we're honest with each other. Like there are times I may do something she doesn't like or vice versa. And we have different ways of approaching it. She has a more tactful way, maybe. I kind of just say it out loud, but we talk to each other. Like we don't keep anything from each other, even if it's an uncomfortable conversation. So,
and we're kind of men. Like we are very masculine
Yeah.
energies. I love like energies and vibes, but I'm not. I don't know. Women do scare the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean, isn't
Going
that
from surgery
something?
to
Absolutely.
the med spa world, I was like, there's a lot of women in this room, and they talk a lot, and so I think we have very masculine energies that we're able to like be friends and get along.
I think this is a great area. One of the audience is asking how late it is to switch to nursing school. I believe it's never late. If it's your passion, if it's your dream, it's never too late.
Yeah.
You can follow your dream and passion whenever you're ready for it. And if you love it, I always suggest that don't do something because you think you can make money or you can become famous. Do it because you love it so much.
Yeah.
And when it comes to from heart, it's just going to show and it's going to shine, and people are going to sincerely see how much you love what you do.
And let's be honest, we have to do something to make money because that's how you buy your food and buy, you know, rent and everything. Nursing is one of those things, though, if you really care about your patient and you care about your career, you're going to be successful. And aesthetics is the same thing. And people are like, how do you become successful? If you care about your patient and their outcomes, you're going to be fine. And for us, we care about, like, I literally pick at my patient's face where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do more there.
Yeah.
I care more than they care about their outcomes, so I know everything will be fine in the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically, Hani and I, we met, was it 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
yeah, like 5 years ago, I think. Yeah.
5 years ago, when Hania was only 18, so now she's 23. So you know how time goes by so fast when you're so young.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were colleagues. I was still a nursing student, and with all the respect, she was one of the people that was like, Yalda, you can do it. You can just sign in. And I think my first training was she was helping me to, you know, sign in with one of your training classes. So you both have been my role model. This young lady here, God bless you both, seriously. Like a kind Iranian. Because usually Iranian to Iranians, you're like, oh my God, she's Iranian. She's going to be like sassy. But then you meet someone that means well and want other people to do well. And then you meet Injector Bunny, Botox Bunny at the moment, at that time. I missed that Botox Bunny.
Me too. I'm going to go back to it.
I think so. I kind of, I like your, I like Botox Bunny.
I
But
will say, a lot of people are excited to see Nurse Yalda and Injector Honey back in a collab.
It has been a while.
it's been a while. Yes, I was a nursing student while I was working with Hania, and she was teaching me, this is Proceras, this is corrugator, and then, just sharing her knowledge with me, and she encouraged me to take your training. So, and then I also took another amazing training with Hania. So you guys both been role model, and this is really good. So for all the nurses out there that they love aesthetic and this is their dream, go for it. And there's so many great people that can support you 100%. I don't know why, but someone is asking, how many children do you guys have, and are you going to have more children?
I have one daughter. She's 6. I didn't want more children. I don't think I will have any more children, but who knows? But yeah, she's 5 going on 15, so it's really been great. But yeah, her name is Ella, and she's a gem.
I have a baby boy. He's 10 months, and I want 100 children. I'm like not a nurturer in that regard, and I never really wanted children. And then I met my husband. I was like, yeah, this seems like a good idea. And when I first had Jack, I remember calling Honey, and I was like, what the hell did I do to my life?
Are you serious?
It was just very stressful, and your hormones are going crazy, and then I fell in love. I remember it was like 2 months in, and I was like, I want like 4 kids. So hopefully maybe another 1 or 2. We'll see how.
Oh my god!
They always say though that because he's a dream, he sleeps through the night. But then they say the next one's like a terror.
We'll surprise you.
It might be 2 if the next one doesn't sleep. So.
All right, so we are getting some questions
Sure.
as far as injections go, and specifically laser devices. Do you guys want to talk about that?
Well, Honey and I are laser experts, so we'll go ahead.
Yes.
We definitely, so we are a big believer in having experts at Moksha. So we actually don't do any laser devices. We have been trained on it, but we only do injectables, and then we have 2 nurses and 2 nurse practitioners that do the laser. So we have IPL and Frax.
First, you have to improve your skin quality. The 2 people that I really admire that has nothing to do with having money is, I think, Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston. They have beautiful skin. I have seen other actress or actor that they were just shoved with fillers because why? No one took care of their skin, and their skin quality is so poor that whatever you inject, you can see it. So I am a big advocate when it comes to Morpheus 8. It's a miracle. It improves your skin quality. It boosts the collagen. So definitely add that to part of your bucket list. That definitely come get
for
your.
us, we do I like to do the 3 treatments right in a row, but then maintenance. I love it every 6 months. And some people are like, well, financially, you can even do it once a year. For me, I've been doing it. I did it 3 in a row, and now I'm doing it every 6 months. And my pore size, I used to shove so much Botox into my pores, and now I don't have to. With
That's
Morpheus,
amazing.
it tightens everything, tightens my little goblet. I call it like skinny tall girl neck. Everything's just tighter.
And it's just like I tell my patient, this is like building a muscle. You build the muscle, but if you stop your push-ups, you're going to lose that muscle. It's the same concept. I mean, you can come to your 3 session of Morpheus 8, but if you don't maintain it, you're going to lose it because we're not stopping the aging process.
Yeah.
Right.
Mother Nature is there, gravity is there, and women, premenopause, menopause, pregnancy. So we just have to maintain with every 6 months, every 4 months.
And people always say, what with maintenance and everything, they're like, oh, it's not permanent. Well, nothing is permanent. You have to get your hair done every 3 months.
Exactly.
So you can't expect Morpheus to be permanent. There's nothing that's permanent.
There's nothing in this world is permanent anyways.
Yeah,
Except-
everything's fleeting. Time is fleeting.
Time is fleeting. Yes. Honey, I know you do an amazing job with your hyperdiluted radius, and especially when it comes to non-surgical butt enhancement.
Well, I love my radius.
I know.
I love
Honey,
radius.
yes.
I have a love affair
So
with
I don't know
radius.
who knew about that, but they want to know more. And what are your recommendations, especially if someone doesn't have that much fat, their BMI is very low, but they want to get that beautiful, healthy-looking buttocks.
Talk about me and my flat butt.
Well, so I think that
That's a lot.
So one, I love radius, and I think it's a great option for non-surgical enhancements of the butt. But patients need to be very realistic with their expectations, and also, it does require multiple treatments and multiple syringes. So I personally use a lesser dilution than what's recommended. I know the consensus papers will say sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 6 mLs. I tend to do a 1-to-1 with mine. It will depend on the skin quality, and a Fitzpatrick 2, I might do a little bit more. And that does tend to mean more syringes initially. What patients need to kind of realize is that non-surgical enhancements of the butt usually cost more in the long run to maintain than a BBL. And we tell them that in our consultations. And a lot of patients say, oh, well, I didn't know that. Like, I don't want to do it. And that's okay for me. I'd rather have a patient leave knowing that, you know, this isn't the right procedure for them than to get it and then 2 months later be unhappy. That's kind of how I do things. But I
like
think it's
realistic expectations.
Yeah, you got to set the expectations. But I like it because the results are instant. They get instant satisfaction. Radiesse builds collagen in addition to elastin, which is really nice. And then as far as the non-surgical rhinoplasty, did you ask? So I love doing noses. I know there's a lot of controversy around it. I know some injectors choose not to do it.
Yeah.
Some choose to do it. And I think that's a personal choice that we make. And I'm not going to hate on someone that chooses not to do it. And I'm not going to hate on someone that chooses to do it. I just think that when you're picking your injector, you need to know who you're going to, because that is a very dangerous area to inject. I make it a point when I am going to do a non-surgical rhinoplasty or a tear trough that I will tell my patients, you know, there is a chance of blindness
occlusion
with this.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are like, no, I didn't know that. And I'm like, well, you signed your consent. Which means, you know, they're not reading it. But so I do think it's very important to get an actual informed consent, because you are putting your license on the line. But, you know, I learned my non-surgical rhinoplasty just watching some of the best people do it and practicing. And
you learned on YouTube, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
no, not
10 years ago, we didn't have a lot of training courses.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't an aesthetic university. There wasn't a training course like you offer. There weren't training courses. So when I can admit, when I first learned to inject, which was a while ago, I did learn a lot of things on YouTube, which wasn't the best way.
What's your favorite toxin? Go.
I was just gonna ask.
Oh,
Why are you asking me?
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Botox.
I do not discriminate.
Oh my God! She made us look so bad. So I love them all.
Like,
oh my God!
I love all the other ones.
I do too.
Yeah,
Seriously, it depends.
It depends on the patient.
Patient, it really depends.
I love mixing it up because I feel it keeps the patient like really tight.
Yes.
Yeah. But I love Dysport for that frozen
Yes.
look, and I love Zeman for the looser, and I love Botox for like the middle of the road.
Just like I love ashy highlights. I love ashy highlights, but there's no way I can do ashy, you know, because I'm too dark. I'm Iranian, but then ashy will look so amazing on you because you're Caucasian. You have beautiful, like blonde, you know, hair. So not everything is gonna look good on everyone. It's like cookie cutter. So
it depends on their eyebrow.
Absolutely.
It depends on their skin laxity, but I think
well, it's exactly what you said. It's not cookie cutter, because there's patients will do Xeomin in the forehead and Dysport in the glabellar, you know. So it just depends. But you know, we all have our preferences for ourselves. I
tell that to my reps as well. Like, I love, you know, Restylane product for this reason, and I am comfortable with that, and I love my Voluma for this reason. And this is how comfortable I am with that technique, and this is what I'm comfortable with that product. I'm sure if someone is using it a different way, whether it's needle or cannula, but their technique is different, I'm sure they're going to get a different outcome. So I just don't like when everyone gets so tense over, Galderma, or, you know, Allergan or MERS. No, it's just like, let's see how we can provide the best service for our patients. It has nothing to do with, am I a KOL of McDonald or am I a KOL for MERS? I don't care. I just want the best for my patients.
Well, the reps know. I feel more comfortable when they give me product.
Don't we all?
So I'm like, I'm really uncomfortable with Voluma. You know, wink, wink.
Very uncomfortable.
And I'm a brown noser too, so.
But I mean,
that's
patients need different things, you know. Like for me, I have a heavier mid face, so
same here.
A certain, you know, lifter may not work on me, whereas another high G prime filler would work on me better. But Erika could maybe get away with something else. So I think you have to look at your patient, we carry all the lines here. We like all of them, and you pick based on what your patient needs, I think.
Again, it goes back to your genetic. It goes back to whether you have oily skin, if you have large pores, if you have a thick skin. I have had rhinoplasty with the same surgeon that my sister had, and I do have a thick, oily skin. Therefore, I was not able to achieve the same goal as my sister, who has a thinner skin, no pores. Same surgeon, same technique, but totally different results. Because again, everyone is different, your anatomy is different, your genetic is different, so you cannot expect the same result from the same products. So it's really different when it comes to patients.
Someone asked, what is the meaning behind moksha? So when we were opening up moksha, I really wanted Nirvana. Or we were talking about Nirvana, but then we're like, it sounds like a drug den where people are doing like heroin in the back. So,
we didn't want that.
We didn't want that. So moksha means good karma or like fresh and new beginnings.
Yeah, rebirth.
So,
I had to Google it. Didn't you Google it? Yeah, we had to Google it.
Well, we Googled in the beginning, and I love like a big hippie about yoga and like good karma, everything, and it just sounded cool, and it didn't sound like we were doing drugs in the back room.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with drugs either, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just a
It just
JK.
was different, and it made sense. Like both of us, I think, were in a time in our lives where we were very happy where we were, but we, it was COVID and things were changing, and so
I was pregnant. I was literally like 1 day pregnant.
So it really was like a rebirth, and
I gave birth to a child.
Yeah, things change.
All right, let's talk about a very controversial topic amongst injectors and plastic surgeon, and that is thread lifts.
Yeah. I will start because I don't even perform thread lifts at Moksha. We have Sheila, who is a trainer for PDO Max. She's incredible. She's an international trainer.
She's amazing. I heard great.
Incredible.
Yeah, she's
great. And she loves them, and she does them, and she's incredible results. I am very middle of the road, which is not fun to say, but I'm a big surgery proponent. So I'm like, if you need surgery and you have the funds and the means for surgery, you should have surgery. If you're like, I want the Band-Aid, because all threads is a Band-Aid. That's all it is. It's not going to permanently lift something. It's not going to, so like if you want a facelift, get a facelift. If you want a Band-Aid on the problem, then get a thread lift.
Yeah.
I agree with Erica. I used to do all the threads before Sheila came. I love threads. I think there is a place for them. I mean, if we're talking like barbed and smooth, different things, but I think we're more talking about the barbed threads here. I think there's a place for them. Again, I think it comes to setting a realistic expectation with your patients. So saying you're going to get a 30% improvement with one session, maybe like closer to a 40% improvement with your second session. It's going to cost you this amount. Like a surgical brow lift can cost this amount, and giving them the options. We both come from a surgical background, so I think it's very easy for us to talk about surgery and refer to surgery, so we refer a lot. But I think as long as the patient is on board with the procedure, they understand the improvement, and they're okay with the cost, I think it could be a beautiful thing. But I don't think it should be overdone. I don't think it's a procedure that should be done 3 to 4 times a year, because it can cause scar tissue. So I think it needs to be done cautiously. It needs to be done in the right hands.
Unless it's smooth threads, we do 2 times a year. The little ones.
The smooth threads are a little bit different, but it needs to be done by someone that's been trained. Like you've been trained, like what you're doing.
What do you do?
So it really depends
on the brand.
So the brand Nova Threads.
Okay.
Yeah, PDO Nova Threads. To me, when I do my assessment, first I see how old they are. If they have had any other treatment in the past, what is their skin quality? Are they getting toxin and dermal filler, and they getting their facial, and they doing everything right, but then they still have that little sagginess? If they're still in their late 40s and they have a good quality skin, perhaps I tell them, look, I can save you some time right now, and we can give you some temporary lift, but for facts, you will need to have that lift. You have to go see your plastic surgeon. But if it's after 50 and it's their first visit with me, and they haven't done any toxin, they haven't done any skin tightening, they don't use medical graded products, and their tissue is so heavy and they have submental fat and the neck is so short, it's like, there's nothing we can do, and you're just going to waste your time and you're going to be so disappointed. And the more you do these things, you're like, oh my God, I'd rather say more no than yes, because I want less stress in my life and I want less disappointment.
Yeah.
And if you like them, usually if you don't like them, you're like,
I don't
like
want
you,
to treat
say
you.
no.
I know.
I think, and surgeons actually do like threads because studies have shown it's an incredible amount of people that get facelifts within 5 years of having a thread lift. So you just want to make sure if you're going to plan on getting a facelift, you don't want to be doing filler, you don't want to be doing Botox, you don't want to be doing threads. You want to see the surgeon untouched.
Yeah, true. So who would you say was your role model in this industry? I know probably there's a couple people, but who would you be thankful to that got you where you are?
Wasim, we
Yeah,
love
I would say honestly, like Wasim and Erika, like
I
the
know.
two people for me. And there's people that I look up to, like there's injectors that I like to follow and things like that. But the two people that would have had the biggest impact, I would say Wasim and.
I have a whole list of
the
people
lady
that
right here.
taught me. I don't want to say this in a bad light. It's good to have role models. It's also good to see people that you're like, I don't want to go down that path.
I don't want to be that person.
Not that they're bad people. It's just I don't want. And I think really early on we decided we want to be successful, but do we want to have 50 mokshas? No. We want to keep the brand like very
elegant,
and we don't want to outsource. We want to like train and have people that we
love
have
it.
people, but all of our injectors, they train under us for a long time.
Yeah.
Like we make all of our injectors shadow us all day, every day. People
love
are like,
it.
how do you train your injectors? I'm like, literally, they are stuck to us. Like,
They're glued to you.
because we want to make sure our results are the same.
Yeah.
Like a Soul Cycle. I'm very
Yeah.
big into Soul Cycle because doesn't matter if I go to studio here or Orlando, Florida, it's the same experience.
I must say, I was practicing as a nurse, but I was working at the hospital, at Virginia Hospital Center, and this lovely lady here got me my first job as a nurse injector in Fairfax. Yes, I know. She was like, Yalda, I think you will like them. You know, this will be a good start for you. And I think one of your friend who was a nurse practitioner at that time wanted to switch, and the
she was
position,
moving,
the position was available. So thanks to this young lady. Yes, we did have great times, and I don't forget people kindness. I really don't. I know. I always remember my roots. I always remember where I was, where I am. But I never forget, you know, how people can be so kind and go out of their way to be there for you. And it's been. I think it was like 3 years ago or something like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but thank you.
More than 3, I think, because we opened. Gosh, it's almost been 2 years.
Yeah.
We old.
We old.
We are old.
We need
I'm
vacation.
38. I'm old.
Whenever I think I'm like, oh my gosh, we really need to take a vacation.
But vacation is work too.
I know.
Mean, I think as a business owner, and to all of you guys that are wanting to open a business,
Don't do it.
No, do it. I think you should do it. Follow your dreams. Do it. Just know you will. There is no such thing as not working every day till the wee hours in the night. Like, even if you're not seeing patients, you will be working.
Yeah.
I mean, as a business owner, there are so many benefits, but you work all the time.
But even as an injector, if you don't own your own place, if you want to be this like popular injector and popular on Instagram, for me, I'm still on Instagram 3 hours a day. You're seeing patients 8 hours a day.
That's
Like, it
incredible.
is a lot of time. So you have to be working every day. As an injector, you don't have days off. Like you have to be working on your brand and your business every day.
So the best question of the day: how do you handle haters? This was asked by a different injector, and I know this.
You love them.
You love them. You kill them with kindness.
Honestly, if you have haters, that's a very good thing. So
You must be doing well.
Yeah, you thank your lucky stars. Because if you don't have haters, that means you are living in a bubble or under a rock somewhere. You want to be disrupting. Like I'm watching Succession. Have you guys seen it? No, it's so good. But basically, it's about this really powerful family, and there's a son, and it's Macaulay Culkin's brother. I don't know what his name is, but he is a disruptor. You want to disrupt the scene. You want to do things that no one else is doing. You want to shake it up, because if we just are like communists walking through life, you need to disrupt things. You need to do things your own way, and that's the secret. And you're gonna have people that hate on you.
And how would you handle that?
I would be very, because to me, if you're hateful to me or you're mean to me, it's because you're going through something. So when you yell, if someone's yelling at me or hateful to me, I'm like, you are.
Do you kill people with your kindness? How do you handle it?
I mean,
She's like the most kind person.
Yeah.
You are,
well,
yeah.
not kind. I have this like disorder. But
Disorder?
I get
She wants
nervous.
everyone to love her.
Well, no, I laugh. Like, I literally cannot handle confrontation. I'm only child. It makes me very nervous. So if you want to come at me, because I'll just laugh. I'm not very good at it. But I think just smiling and just saying, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I understand your frustration, but don't take it on at me, please.
Oh.
Let's go out for drinks.
Yes, let's do it.
Champagne can fix everything.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it's that for sure. So we do have, how many minutes we have left? We have some time left. That's great.
So another question
Yes, of course.
we did get is about lip enhancements.
Lip enhancement. I do love doing lip filler. I really do, actually. It's one of my favorite treatments to do. But there's one thing I don't like things that they're too big. I mean, I think you cannot be like having a long arms and a short legs and a big head. It just doesn't make sense. Everything has to be balanced. So someone who's so petite and someone who has such a small face, they shouldn't be walking around with this gigantic lips. Same as their breasts, you shouldn't get, breast augmentation that is bigger than your own body. So, but to me, it's all about providing some hydration, some definition, and yes, plumping that lips. But I don't like humongous lips. And to me, it's important to create a beautiful, elegant, especially in DMV area. Maybe if we were in LA or...
Well, we're more conservative.
Yes,
area.
yes,
People,
yes.
I don't have a lot of patients that come in asking for a huge lip.
Yeah,
I prefer not to do lips. It's not my favorite thing, so I'll refer to the lip
Well, I definitely will not touch lips until there's support.
Support.
So for me, I am going to be honest, I do a lot of women in the industry. So I do, like, one of my best patients is one of the most famous porn stars in the world, and she wants a big lip, and who am I to judge her? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But the only way I'll do big lip on her is if she has the jaw and the cheek to support it.
And a lower face.
Yeah.
And I learned that from you
Yes.
and the other trainings, and I
Yes.
appreciate that. Totally makes sense.
If you try to put a lip on, like, for example, I use my mom. She's beautiful, but she doesn't have the facial support. She needs a facelift. She needs a neck lip. I would never put lips on her. So for a lot of people, I do say no to them, because they don't need it. And some people that come in with perfect lips, I'm like, please just take your money and go buy a Chanel bag or something else. So I do that. But I'm a little different where I will create an unbalanced
Support.
lip if you're supported.
Yeah.
If you're, like, wanting that. But most of the time, I don't like big lips.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
a really small lip. I like a poutier lip, but I like very conservative.
I
I
think
would
if
say
you...
your lips are balanced to the face. Like,
Yeah.
you're never going to give someone a big lip if their chin is recessed under their lip.
Yeah.
So, like, I would argue that you are balancing
I think so.
with their face,
Yeah.
And then if we go around the room, I mean, everybody has just natural
look at my
looking
lips.
lips.
They look
They
Yeah.
are perfect. Your lips are beyond. I mean, who did your injections?
Well,
We don't know her.
Never gets old.
That's why.
Yeah, but it's fun because the DMV patients are so easy. So, like, we have the best patients in the world. We train around the country, around the world, and then when we have patients from Vegas and LA and they come in,
You can say
it is a whole different ballgame. I'm like, we are so lucky to have our DC patients because LA is a whole different beast.
It would be-
and Vegas, I'm like, wait,
I don't think you
Their
could-
expectations are different. I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah. I think it's like going there speaking a different language.
Yes.
So basically we have 4 more minutes. Is there any question that we missed that would you like to go? Yeah, of
A lot
course.
of people who are concerned about their neck. We see a lot of unbalanced faces, especially here, with people who are shoved with fillers up in their face and Botox, and then you look at their neck, and their neck is like
Falling apart.
Oh, I'm 60 years old here.
Oh,
Well, your neck and your hands will always show your age. So you can
Yes.
put as much filler as you want in there. And I would say the number one thing is stay out of the sun.
Sun.
Wear sunscreen.
UVA, UVB every day. My favorite thing is like it's not cloudy. I'm good. I'm like, oh no.
65 days.
Yes.
And TNS
Can-
on the décolleté and the hands.
Girl.
And the neck, like, people, they don't, I'm like, I've been doing that since I was 27 years old.
Like it's like buying a Chanel bag
Yes.
and then throwing it in your
To each
life.
other.
I put
Yes.
it all over
Yes.
my body.
Yes.
Like I finished
Like-
a bottle in a
Shower.
day.
Yes,
Yeah, so-
honestly, just was like today telling my patient, I'm like, look, you just spend this much money for your toxin, for your fillers. Please
medical advice, but I put it on my pregnant belly, and I did not have a stretch mark. I have
Love
no
it.
sagging skin.
So tell us why you love it so much. It has peptide, it has hyaluronic acid, it has growth factor.
The different thing about it, it's human stem cells, so I think it just works a little bit better where it just tightens everything. And then for me, I'm very fair, so hyperpigmentation, it really helps with that as well. So it doesn't have any hydroquinone in it, but I find a lot of brightening properties from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it smells lovely.
Whatever you do to your face, obviously you guys are using
Neck.
medical grade skincare. You have neck and even your chest.
Yes, please.
And then collagen build, like you can't shove a whole bunch of filler in your neck. You know, you have to do collagen building things, Morpheus, laser, CO2, Frax. It depends on your skin type, or smooth threads, whatever that may be. And it needs to be maintained. So the one thing about aesthetics that I think people need to understand is maintenance is very important. Like, you get your hair cut, you get your hair colored. Like, you need to be coming in. If you want to maintain those results, we don't need to do any of these things.
I would say weekly, like you should.
Every day.
Just even when you go get liposuction, you gotta then eat healthy and go to exercise. Otherwise, like a year later, if you eat hamburger and not exercise, I mean, everything is back. There's no miracle out there.
Lumpy, bumpy.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you guys thought about collagen powder or collagen supplement?
Please, if you get it, take it, enjoy it, but it's not going to do a damn thing.
And my thought process is
I would use it in your hair for like maybe it'll help with like dry shampoo.
Yeah.
Could help with like oil production. I don't know, but when people are like, yeah, I just bought this $300 collagen shake, I'm what's that?
My thought process, it goes through your GI tract, and then it gets absorbed at only what, like 2%, and then how do you, and then exactly, and then what percentage of that would go to your face and your neck?
Well,
like zero.
Same with buying all this expensive medical grade products. Like, they are amazing, but they're only absorbed a very small amount. That's why, yes, they're expensive. Yes, they're potent. They're under our prescription license. But that's why when you get something from Sephora and it was $14 and it smells amazing, probably doing shit for your face.
Yeah, there's impossible. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how many minutes do we have left?
We have,
oh my gosh, someone had a really good question.
Go ahead.
Can Botox really make your hair grow? It actually can. No. So what the Botox is for your hair, it's called Blowtox. And what it is it helps with the oil production in your hair. So in theory, you wouldn't wash your hair. Like, I saw this Allure article. So in theory, you wouldn't wash your hair as much.
So you recommend it for oily hair?
For oily hair, if you're trying to grow your hair and make it healthy, we do probably about 20 units. I love Zeman in this area, 2-to-1 dilution, and helps with the oil production.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
absolutely. Najim, did we miss any other important question? I really appreciate everyone, joining this live. This was absolutely, yes. I really appreciate you guys. I know how busy both of you are. I mean, kudos to you. A perfect example as a fighter, as a soldier, as a mommy, as a good friend.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So I think, just like, I haven't been talking to you for a while, but the only thing I've been just seeing or observing is, like, you're a perfect example that, one, failure is not an option. Everybody can go through life. Please don't play the victim role. You can be a hero, you can be a soldier, you can just be a fighter, and you be successful, and you can shine like Hania does.
Well, and I think it's very important the people that you have around you. So, like, I'm fortunate to have a wonderful partner and great colleagues.
God bless you. Thank you.
A wonderful manager. So I think it takes
Thank
a village,
you.
like they say, to have a business, to have a family.
Can we have you here for a second?
Yes,
Deb. Yeah, we have to thank you. Yes.
Deb is our everything.
Love Deb.
Guys, I met her. So I met Deb 2 months ago. It's all good.
Okay, you look so beautiful.
Deb is always perfect. Like, Deb is perfect.
Perfect. Come on in.
Here, this house is always perfect.
Come on in. Okay. More in the center.
More over.
So
no, Deb is the best.
So I met her 2 months ago at Capitol Grill, and just the first conversation. Lovely, caring.
She is
the kindest.
Like,
she's
the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
She is just
thank you for
best.
being so kind, and even to me. Thank you so much. I feel like this happened mostly at the end was because she was very supportive. So thank you guys very much. Yeah. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, I
You guys,
know.
I've done no shopping.
Well,
Get on
hopefully
it.
soon. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Mwah. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you. That was
Yeah,
fun.
I know.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
I made
Thank
it.
you.
I was so nervous.
We did so good.
Why?
Oh my God.
I
I just like, if you can't smell my BO right